72 hours to the polls. All eyes on the Supreme Court and panel chair as APC governors dig deeper on the currency swap battle. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us once again on the channel. We'd like to say a very big welcome to each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, please do well to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Now, to all of our existing subscribers, please don't forget to always give us a thumbs up on our posts as they come your way. Thank you and God bless you. Now, 72 hours to the presidential and the federal legislative elections, all attention is on the Supreme Court as it resumes its hearing in the disputes between the Buhari administration and the 10 governors elected on the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, over the currency swap policy of the central bank. Now we know that there's been a dispute between the Buhari-led government and 10 of the governors of the All Progressives Congress over the Naira redesign policy. Now, these governors actually took the case to the Supreme Court, praying on the Supreme Court to intervene and stop the February 10th deadline. Now, we know that the Supreme Court gave an interim injunction and then adjourned the case to the 22nd of February for its final hearing. Now, today being the 22nd of February, which the case is going to be tried and held in court, you see that all eyes are on the Supreme Court to see what its final judgment on this Naira redesign policy is going to be. Now, we know the APC governors are challenging the president, saying that the Naira redesign policy is actually affecting Nigerians in a disastrous way, and they believe that at this point, the policy should be halted until after the elections so that we can have the elections go smoothly and all of the troubles and struggles that Nigerians are facing can be put on hold till after the elections, and so that it will not impair the elections in any way. Now, we're going to go into the details of today's report and let's see. Now, expected to dominate proceedings today is the alleged overreach of the ultimate court by the president and the leader of his party, the APC. Already, the governors have placed before the court a request to have the president censured and his last week's proclamation on the cessation of the 1,000 Naira notes and 500 Naira notes as legal tender nullified. The suing states are Kaduna, Kogi, Zamfara, Ondo State, Ekiti State, Katsina State, Ogun State, Cross River State, Sokoto, and Lagos State, all controlled by the president's party. Incidentally, the two states, Edo and Bayelsa, that have the back of the president and joined the dispute as defendants alongside the central government, are ruled by the opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, signaling the suspicion that the currency policy is more of a civil war in the ruling party. Now, making a case for the repudiation of the president's proclamation, the aggrieved states, through their counsel, Abiodun Jelili Owonikoko San, argued that Buhari's directive extending the validity of the old 200 Naira notes for 60 days and his ban on the old 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira notes are an unconstitutional overreach and an usurpation of the judicial power of the Supreme Court handling the dispute. He cited Section 232(1), Section 6 of 6B, and Section 287(1) of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which cover the protection of the Supreme Court's dignity and the compliance with its orders by all persons and authorities. Now, contrary to the order of the Honorable Court, the substantive first defendant, through the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and its agent, the Central Bank of Nigeria, have repeatedly released statements that the old Naira notes are no longer legal tender, hence resulting in misleading the general public on what the status quo to be complied with, pending it should be the relief being sought, partly read. Now, beyond the alleged overreach of the president, another issue to dominate the proceedings today is the protest by the central government through the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, that the Apex Court should not have even entertained the governor's suit, let alone issue the interim order restraining the administration. In the fight back initiated by the AGF through its counsel, Mahmoud Magaji and Tijani Ghazali both sang, the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court is being challenged and the Buhari administration wants the suit dismissed. The federal government argued in a notice of preliminary objection dated February 8, 2023, that the Apex Court lacks the jurisdiction to hear the case. Now, Malami and his team argued that the plaintiffs have equally not shown reasonable cause of action against the defendants, claiming that the suit falls within the exclusive jurisdiction of the Federal High Court in matters of monetary policy of a federal government against under Section 51 of the Constitution. Now, an interesting dimension of today's proceedings is the party the 7-man panel would allow to have the first shot. A week ago, when the matter came up for hearing, the preliminary objection of the Buhari administration was to be heard when 7 more states showed up with joinder applications to team up with the original 3 applicants of Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara states. Now, after their requests were granted, the matter was adjourned for the defendants to make a sense of the claims of the newcomers. However, the counsel to the original 3 applicants raised the alarm that the federal authority through the CBN was disobeying the interim order of the court by insisting that the higher denominations were no longer legal tender. Now, the panel chair, Justice Ć0ŁŻąg, asked the applicant's counsel to document his allegation properly before the presidential proclamation that removed all doubts about the government's interpretation of the interim order. Well, that's all we can take on the details of today's report. Until we'll come your way next time, please do well to stay safe. Bye-bye.